let's head off and get that chest in Hickman. Note, Madame Levoisin, probably wrong about saying pronunciations. For our safety and prevent anyone from putting their hands on these documents, if the farm is attacked, the documents shall be hidden in the tree stump near the farm at the foot of the cliff.
Come closer. Come closer. All my wares are in the background.
Okay. Well, let's hope this goes well.
Hello. Are you Valens?
Indeed. What can I do for you, milady? Are you looking for tools for your workers?
Nope.
I have a large range of tools. Everything you need for mining or timber harvesting.
Oh, 100%! Let's go, charismatic the Sardet.
I have no interest in your goods. I have been sent by Her Highness Aurelia de Vespe. She asked me to recover a chest you have in your keeping.
Of course, of course. It's stuffed between my goods in the street just behind us. I hope you tell your mistress that I obeyed her orders.
Do not worry. She will be told.
Fantastic. Oh, is it just there? It certainly is. Very nice. Constantine d'Orsay. Constantine was born in 1209 after the foundation of Cyrene in 1312 after the foundation of Peren. He is Prince Claude d'Orsay's second son, born to his second wife Julia d'Orsay. Recently appointed governor of Teer Fradee, Constantine d'Orsay, Constantine I'll just say, has only been the prince's official heir since the death of his older brother. The cause of the death is explained in the attached letter. Julia paid some of her men to get rid of her cumbersome stepson. I must admit, I respect that woman. She could be one of us. That being said, the brother's assassination calls into question Constantine's legitimacy and his claim to his father's fortune and throne. With such a mother, can we even be sure that he's the prince's legitimate son? Excuse me, sirs. Attached to this letter is the agreement. Excuse me. Attached to this letter is the agreed payment. Remember, it's imperative that your hand is not suspect. Excuse me. In Lawrence's death, my son must reign, Julia. Oh yeah. Okay. I don't know how we could have met the boy, but we probably need to be friendly. But anyway, sympathetic guard, right? Don't do that. Oh, in case anyone hasn't played this game is curious, the intuition system does not work the same way. Even in dialogue, if the intuition, if you got one, let's say if it needs 2 intuition in dialogue conversation, and you got 2 intuition, it doesn't say 100. It doesn't say percentage chance. It's guaranteed. By the way, the only time it would be any percentage is on charisma, just in case any of you are curious. So. For Teleme, let's grab Petrus. We are going to Teleme. I think that would be the sensible thing to do. Right. Cool. Oh yeah. Your Excellency de Sardet, I know your enemies are in town and where to find them. Maybe at the guards at town gates no more. Oh, cool. Sure. Thank you. Literally is one of the gate guards. So that makes a nice change.
Hello. Are you the guard who left me a message at the embassy?
Greetings, Your Excellency. Yes, it was me. I thought you should be warned when I saw those vermin bearing the de Vespe livery.
Thank
This
you.
is indeed interesting information. Do you know if they're staying in town?
The delegation leader is always at the tavern. He drinks heavily. His men wander around town looking for trouble.
Of course I do.
I imagine you're expecting a reward.
No, Your Excellency, keep your money. I'll consider myself highly rewarded if you manage to put a stop to their horrible manipulative plans.
Oh, we're going to, don't worry.
The battalion was almost completely lost to those
Jeez, I'm
vipers.
sorry.
They led us into a trap and left us to rot. So I don't know what you wish to do to them, but I wish you the best success.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, let's head off to the tavern. Let's see if I can actually remember how to get there, or the correct way. I believe it's this... Well, you can use both ways. I think this is more direct, I think. What should it not be? Oh. Bugger! I actually thought that was the tavern. God's sake. Oh dear. Well, it's over this side. I mean, you can get through to either one, to the same, through one entrance, but it's just more straightforward if it's this way. Hello, hello. Look who's come here. Mr. Tally?
Hello. I wonder if we might have a word.
De Sardet, the D'Orsay family's henchman.
Huh.
I knew it. I knew I would meet my end by accepting this mission. After what you did to Ambassador Lavoisin in Hikmet.
If the ambassador and her men had not attacked me, they would certainly still be alive. Since you know who I am, you must know why I'm here.
Yes, the document chest. But don't think you can scare me into giving it to you. I've been scared to death since I got to this town. Since I got to this island. But I will not betray them.
It's strange. We followed her, but I think what happens is, I think it could have been worse if we actually took her out. I think it's just, I'm pretty sure she's referring to those people who ambushed us. I think it probably might have been worse dialogue if he'd actually killed her, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. Nah, yeah, we're going to use charisma 100%. Are you kidding me? It's 100%, of course.
Come. We never wished you harm. We only want to recover some files. They do concern us, after all. Tell us where they are. A huge weight will be lifted off your shoulders.
Oh, absolutely.
That's true. Does it even matter? I don't have the chest anymore.
Oh, great.
I gave it to a group of inquisitors who don't like you very much. Those fools are so furious that they'd rather die than give you the chest.
Oh,
and
dear.
Saint Matthias is with them. So, they're hiding out in one of the warehouses around the port. If you really want to confront them, it's your own choice. But you should say a prayer first.
Oh, God. Which warehouse? That's my only question. Which, warehouse? Let's have a look. I might have to throw on the Naught gear just in case. I probably will do it anyway. Can I get through? Can I go this? I think. Oh, it's right here anyway. That's good. I really do get lost in time a few times, seriously, in the main game, honestly. Well, you know what I mean, just in the game in general, just get a bit lost at times. But how many times I go around the same area? Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's here. Just to make completely sure, I'm going to throw... Where is it? Here. I'm going to throw this on. Just in case there's any Naughts and want to have a question us. Let's be discreet.
So you found us. But don't rejoice too soon.
You will not leave this warehouse alive.
Come. I'm sure we can work this out. I only want the Vespe chest.
Don't count on it. Because of you, our order has been driven off this island and the governor treats us like criminals.
We shall avenge our brothers and our order.
Good luck with that.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle. To my help. And death to the others.
Bye bye. Collect what we can. The healing one, nice. Don't really need it, but take it anyway. Nice. I can just sell it all anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Sardet. Sardet was born on 1210 after the foundation of Serene. Appointed legate of the congregation before her departure from Serene. This young woman accomplished diplomatic relations entrusted to her by Governor Constantine d'Orsay. According to our information, she's rather talented, but she's unfortunately too close to her cousin for us to count on her willing loyalty. We must therefore either get rid of her or blackmail her. There shouldn't be a problem since it seems that the legate is not a legitimate child. Indeed, the child was presented to the court in the autumn of the year 1210. But we have gathered several documents proving that her father, General Marc de Sardet, was sent on an expedition nearly a year before her birth, and he never returned to court. Livy? I'm just saying like that. Livy de Sardet must therefore have birthed a bastard. Well, if you played the main story, but on a previous expedition before all these this game started, one of the it was the native, of the Vignamity tribe, the Donegad, which is the mother, Desardet's mother, who was a native Donegad, which is kind of like your I forgot what the right terminology is, but yeah, so they're an influential member of the village. But Mark, I can't remember who was involved in the kidnapping or how it worked out, but yeah, they kidnapped her. And on the ship, Mark obviously didn't make it and everything, but the Donegad gave birth to Sardet on the ship, right back, and I can't remember which way around it is, but I believe I think it was by Constantine's mum or auntie that adopted Sardet and all that sort of thing. So yeah, bit of a brief recall for you. I know because we've done the mission starts actually with Petrus because he told us the information. So. Oh yeah. Cool. Change this back to double the fortune. Cool. No problem. Go this way. Not really the most straightforward, but it's not exactly a straightforward way to get back there, so.
All of our products are of blessing.
Here. Excellent. Okay, I think I'll switch back to Vasco since we're going back to Serene, because, I mean, probably not going to need Petrus because we're not into Leme, so... I mean, it kind of involved the Norts to begin with, so I mean, let's Roll with Vasco. Definitely have Kurt beside us. Cool.
What are these posters? They weren't here before.
What?
I'd
What?
love a bit of good news for a change. Let's take a closer look.
Something tells me it's going to be the complete opposite to that, but I like the attempt there, Kurt. I do. Propaganda poster, of course. Governor Dorsey and his henchmen decided are both illegitimate. They usurped their positions at the head of this town, built by Lady Boronge. Their titles and ability were obtained through the blood of innocence and bastardy. They used the prince's kindness to climb to power. People of New Serene reject these usurpers. Choose new, legitimate leaders.
What is this
Right.
nonsense? Another de Vespe trick. They'll truly stop at nothing. These posters could cause a full-scale riot. We must stop them from spreading around town.
No kidding.
The crowd is restless. It must be because of these posters. If we do nothing, the situation could get out of hand.
No
Let's question
kidding.
These passers-by. One of them will surely know who's responsible.
Or at least
I
go
knew
into
this
our direction.
Constantine wasn't who he claimed to be. As for the Sardet, it's clear she's not from around here.
I like our new governor, and I think the legate is rather nice. If you ask me, it's a load of lies.
Oh, well, at least we got some people on our side. That's good.
Greetings, madam. Did you happen to see by any chance who stuck up these posters?
Oh, you are the famous legate these posters speak of. You would never tell me if it were all true. Anyway, if you want revenge against the woman who stuck 'em up, you're too late.
Why?
The guards caught her in the act.
Oh,
and when
great.
they saw what was written on the posters, they took her to the barracks. She must be rotting away in jail now.
Thank you. And you shouldn't believe those lies.
No, you
As
shouldn't.
if you could say anything else.
She's got a point there, I suppose. Okay, right, let's go and find out what the hell's going on.
Oh, it's you, Teer Fradee! Come and see.
Wait, what? Oh. Oh! Oh, that's for the, oh god, I've gone the wrong way, of course. It's a bloody tavern! It's not that way. Well, you can go around, but it just makes things more complicated. How do we get down there again? I've half forgotten. Oh, right down here. That would definitely help. Here, I think, because that other one's a surgery or whatever. Wait. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Hello, madam.
Hello. I'm the bastard murderer from your posters.
Oh, Your Excellency, I'm not responsible for the content of those posters. I had no choice but to stick them up. In a sense, the guard's arrest protected me, but
Really?
my partner is under lock and key and guarded by armed men who bear the de Vespe livery.
Oh,
They
yeah?
are responsible. They forced me to stick these posters up all around town. They threatened to kill my partner. If you don't stop them, they will kill him. I beg you, free him.
I believe you, and I will free your friend if I can. Do you know where the other posters are? I must destroy this nonsense before it creates a riot.
No, they only gave me one stack of them.
Okay.
They certainly have more, but I don't know where they're hiding the rest. The men who are holding him must know.
Alright,
Very well.
cool.
I have no other choice but to free him. Where is he being held?
Behind the barracks, along the docks. Please, hurry.
Oh, actually, there's somewhere I might know where they're actually being held. It's a somewhat discreet place that there might actually be, that it could be being held. Like, assuming that's what that means. Okay. How does... Oh, it is that place! I knew there was a discreet place with just like a couple of chests there you can get, so I wondered. So I was right. I mean, it is out the way, so that does make sense. Hello, hello.
Then let's go! Let's see if we can ward off this fate.
Bye bye, asshole. Love's cool. That's you. Max. Certainly got a few decent things on them, don't they? They would appear.
Thank you for freeing me from those murderous clutches. Do you know where my friend is? She went to stick up those horrible posters.
She sent me to rescue you.
He's in prison,
She's in
unfortunately.
prison, but she'll probably get out soon. The presence of these men will prove that she had no intention of causing an insurrection.
Oh, you've taken a great weight off my shoulders. I was worried she'd been killed. They were such brutes.
I
I
agree.
must destroy the rest of the posters. Do you have any idea where those men could have hidden them?
Well, they spoke of having a reserve just outside of town. In a small hut, if my memory serves me well. You should go and check.
Thank you. And try to avoid the Vesps in the future. They're dangerous.
No kidding! Straight, so where exactly is this? Oh, it's this oh, okay, I thought it might be one of those huts up there. Okay, oh, well, it's not really a hut, but it is certainly a cargo gathering location of sorts. Okay, cool. Over there. Am I going the wrong? Well, that's typical of me, isn't it? Go the right way, you blithering fool. Okay. Right, out here. Hello, assholes! That's your enemy! Who's going to kick your ass? Oh, from behind as well! Okay, oh, they have their own livery. Nice, I can keep one of those. Yeah, just for sentiment's sake, I guess. Kind of odds would look interesting, I must admit. Cool. Requires... really? Bring documents to Costa Leon. Sure. Let's make some sense of all this, shall we? Right. Oh, yep. Pay no attention to the legate who's just wandering through the halls. Why is the light on? That's weird. Ah, so because it's just a shadowed area. Okay, fair enough. Me heading upstairs, don't mind me. Cool. And here. Hey, De Casilion, how are you?
De Sardet, you seem somewhat gloomy. What's troubling you?
As you may have heard, the de Vespe family has sent a delegation to the island. It's led by the prince's daughter herself.
Ah, most curious. And very worrying indeed. But you didn't come all this way in person just to bring me the bad news, I take it?
Not
You read my
necessarily.
mind. Knowledge is power. I need all the information you've got.
Okay. Let's start with the simple stuff, shall we?
Given this family's reputation, what's stopping us from arresting them on the spot?
What, without evidence? That would do no good to your uncle's reputation and his position on the continent. I'm sure your cousin would delight in watching him squirm. But the D'Orsay family could never recover from such a situation. If you arrest her without evidence, the council would be forced to intervene.
Oh, yeah?
And that is exactly what that old serpent, Alexandre de Vespe, wants.
Of course.
No, you must play along for now, but be extremely vigilant. Look out for poison in particular. The de Vespes have untraceable poisons down to us.
Are you serious?
Their other weapon is compromising information, which
we
they
know.
store in special chests without keyholes. Should slander not suffice, their assassins step in. It is said that Perenne's river is riddled with the bodies of their enemies. Take care you don't end up joining them.
Oh, we're going to do
Is
everything in
there
our
anything
power
else
to
you
do
wish
so.
ask?
What can you tell me about this family?
Well, the House of Vespe has a very long history. They gained their first noble titles through violence a few centuries ago.
Of course I did.
Then commerce and close ties with Ptolemy saw them rise to become the princes of Perenne, their ancestral city. However, their lust for power is boundless. And it's no secret they wish to reign over the whole congregation. No luck on that front so far, naturally. Their ambitions have always been curbed by the D'Orsays, along with Serene's strategic advantages over Perenne.
Quite the history, then. And what about today?
They're more ambitious than ever. When the Malicore epidemic hit Serene as hard as it did, they saw it merely as a weakness to exploit.
Of course
they
I did.
attempted a series of maneuvers to oust your uncle from the council.
Huh.
But then the epidemic ended up hitting Perenne too.
Aha!
I don't think they've given up.
Of course not.
And if they've come all the way here, it's surely to gain influence and to undermine your family.
Oh, they're way too
Was
devious
there
to give
anything
up.
else you wish to ask?
Way too devious.
Do you know anything in particular about the prince's daughter, Aurelia de Vespe?
She's a young woman, about your age. Very beautiful, so they say. And she's dearly beloved by her father. Despite her age, she's already endured her fair share of tragedy. Her husband, whom I'm told she deeply loved, was brutally murdered not long ago.
She told
What's
us.
more, Aurelia's older brother Octave de Vespe is rumored to be the one behind it. And I don't just mean he gave the order.
Oh, yeah, she
That
possibly
said,
killed her.
Don't be
Killed him.
fooled into thinking she's but a tragic, defenseless young widow. Oh,
Oh, hell
she's
no.
very much her father's daughter. Ambitions and all.
Oh, I believe that
I have no
wholeheartedly.
doubt she'll be a formidable opponent for yourself and Constantine. Treat her as such.
I will.
Was there anything else you wish to ask?
Well, we've got some documents and contract we'd like to examine. Your expert eyes and opinion, please.
I recovered some documents that Aurelia intended to use against us. I also brought you the wedding contract.
Let me see. Yes. A skillful blend of truths and untruths, as is to be expected. I'm afraid, however, this letter from Julia d'Orsay, Constantine's mother, is genuine. But your cousin is not to blame for his mother's folly. It caused him more harm than good, and he was but a child when his brother was killed. But the implication that he's not the prince's son is absurd. You know them both, and you know how much Constantine looks like his father.
Oh, yeah, he did say
As
that,
for
didn't
these
he?
documents about your mother, poor Livy would never have deceived your father. And furthermore...
It's all right. I know. I'm a native of Teer Fradee. My real mother was a Donegad of the Sisag Nemeis clan. So in a way, all this is both true and completely false. I'm not General de Sardet's daughter, and my mother never deceived him.
I wasn't aware you knew. It's true you were adopted, and though the adoption was somewhat irregular, in any case, I doubt that this information could truly be used against you. The revelations about Constantine are more cause for concern.
That's true.
But since you recovered the evidence, we needn't worry about it being used against us. Providing it's the only copy, of course.
Oh, that's a
I believe
point.
so. What do you make of the marriage contract? Is it genuine?
Well, the writing is that of a court clerk. But their handwriting all looks the same. Would be difficult to tell if it was truly written by your uncle. As for the seal, well, I'm almost certain that it is a forgery.
Uh-huh.
An excellent one at that. That being said, without the seal itself, you'd be hard-pressed to prove it. If we denounce this contract without evidence, everyone will say that it's just an excuse to get out of the wedding.
In that case, I need to find that seal. Let's hope Aurelia de Vespe has brought it with her.
I'd wager she did. She may want to use it again. If you want to find it, you'll have to get her away from her camp to have a good chance to search her belongings.
Ooh.
As I'm supposed to be organizing the princess's arrival, Lady Morange can surely help by sending for her.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Was there anything else you wish to ask?
Nope, you've been very helpful, de Castillon. Thank you.
I must be on my way. Goodbye, Professor.
Goodbye. And tread carefully.
Absolutely. Strike back. Oh, I intend to. With great force and intention. Diverse. Lady Morange. Oh, yes. Absolutely. I'll grab that seal among other things. And if you need the Fradee, well, we'll do exactly this. We'll do that as well while we're there. Alright, cool. Alright, well, we're actually going to end this here. So, looks like... Sorry, it's just... my slipper's being weird. I don't know. I know! Why would a slipper being weird? I don't know, it just is. Yeah, end this one here. Yeah, we'll get this deceptional diversion set up with Morange and get back and thoroughly search that damn camp from top to bottom if we have to. I'm not letting anything get past me if I can help it. And yeah, catch you next time. We'll hopefully catch her in the act. That devious bitch. See you next time.